You're welcome along to Dr. Daly Park in Tulla for the TUS Clare Senior Hurling Championship relegation final. And in that final, St. Joseph's Doora Barefield will take on Corofin. My name is Peter O'Connell, and I'm delighted to be joined on co-commentary again by the Vice Chairperson of the Clare County Board, Michael O'Connor. And Michael, just before we run through the teams, I suppose just talk to us about the significance of this and conditions not too bad.
Conditions are great here. I suppose we were here 2 weeks ago for the semi-final game, and that was a dour, hard affair that went down to the very, very last minute, and very easy, could be an extra time. Today now is real pressure. You can even see them from the two team lists that received. There's 6 or 7 changes. We probably don't even know yet. Maybe from the Barefield perspective, who's actually lining out. They don't even. But it's a difficult game. It's very, very hard for anyone to prepare for these games. You go out to start the year hoping to, I suppose, do your very best in the championship to at least avoid a relegation issue. And unfortunately for Barefield and Corofin, who probably prepared as well as anybody, they're now in the relegation final, last day out for both of them. And for the loser, unfortunately, there's Premier Intermediate next year, and for the winner, safety. And they'll take it as a year of progression and development.
So we'll just run through the starting teams as best we can. Well, Corofin is fairly straightforward. They've got 2 changes to the team from the match programme. Conor Lean comes in wearing 28 and Shane O'Brien comes in wearing number 21. Shane O'Brien replacing Sinan Kirby, who wears 15, and Garrod Hanrahan wearing 9 won't start. So the Corofin starting 15: Liam Corbett in goals, Mark O'Loughlin, Damien O'Loughlin, Evan Doolan in the full back line, Killian McGrory, Killian O'Connor and Sean O'Brien in the half-back line. Garrod Cahill and Conor Lean named to start in the middle. That could change. The half-forward line: James Organ, Micheál Duffy, Garrod Kelly, and the inside line: Diarmuid Cahill, Kevin Keane and Shane O'Brien. And the referee is Kevin Curry from 6 Mile Bridge. We're still not 100% sure of exactly the starting team for St. Joseph's, but I suppose the big news is that Cian Barron does start. He went off injured the last day in the relegation semi-final. David Conroy will start as centre forward as well. Fionn Kelleher, unfortunately, the cornerback, loses out due to injury. He got injured in St. Joseph's Footballers' quarter-final win last weekend against Kilmurray Bricken, and he's going to be replaced by Kieran O'Driscoll wearing 18. So Aaron Landy will be in goals. The full back line: Conor Daly, Darragh O'Shea and Kieran O'Driscoll. The half-back line: Adam Mungovan and Owen McMahon will be the 2 wing-backs. We're not certain yet who's going to be centre-back. We'll get back to that. Midfield: Dara McMahon, Dara Ball. The half-forward line: Ian Williams with 19, David Conroy at centre-forward and wearing 25, Thomas O'Connor. And the inside line, to the best of our knowledge: Padraig O'Donovan, Owen Burke and Cian Barron. Now, of course, there could be positional changes there. So I suppose a big boost to St. Joseph's in particular that David Conroy starts, and equally from a Corofin point of view that Conor Lean starts, Michael.
Indeed, yeah, there was a lot of talk this week about David Conroy, who was currently in America, and there was question marks whether he'd be fit to play. I believe he did a fitness test on Thursday, and he proved himself fit to play, and he's here now in Tulla, far from 3,000 miles from New York, but getting ready for probably the biggest game of Barefield's championship. These two teams met in the county relegation semi-final last year in Newmarket and Fergus. On that occasion, Barefield won by a couple of points. But interestingly, I think there's up to 5 or 6 of the Barefield team that played last year that beat Corofin that are not available today. So it's going to be a very, very close game. Conditions: there's a swirling breeze there. There's a lot of changes here. I suppose, Peter, you can probably give us an update maybe who's gone centre back now at this stage.
Yeah, so we'll get through that as best we can. In the middle for Corofin are Micheál Duffy and Garrod Kelly at the start, and in the middle for St. Joseph's are Conor Daly and Dara Ball. So let's see, the game is on, and immediately first opportunity for St. Joseph's Doora Barefield. It's a shot from distance from David Conroy, and it goes wide. The breeze, Michael, I mean, it's definitely a helpful breeze, and Corofin have it, so they'll be looking to make a bit of use of that.
Absolutely. In Tulla, you'll have to be 6 or 7 points up in Tulla if you're going to play with the breeze. Great pull there by O'Connor.
Great hands there from Thomas O'Connor. He's taking on Evan Doolan, great run from O'Connor, loses possession eventually. It goes to ground. There's 5 or 6 players around the ball, and a Corofin man comes out with it, and that's a great clearance there from Killian McGrory. Really got great distance in that, landed out in the middle of the field. Another ruck developing in front of us as both teams seek to try and Kevin Keane went down on it initially. It broke to the Corofin. Number 12, Garrod Kelly, and an absolutely magnificent effort from Garrod Kelly from the middle of the field, and that's a great start for Corofin.
A great start, great work there by Kevin Keane to drive the ball forward. There was complaints on both sides when Evan Doolan was tackling with Thomas O'Connor. Both were caught him for frees, but the ball was cleared, and Kelly scored it. Corofin attacking again.
First puck out of the afternoon from Aaron Landy. Eventually the broken ball is won by Adam Mungovan. Mungovan under a bit of pressure now from Corofin, gets it back to his centre back Dara O'Shea. O'Shea, who's playing fullback, wearing 6 to spreads it to the far side, but it's won by Corofin's James Organ. A shot again from distance from the opposite side to where Garrod Kelly put it over a minute ago, but this one goes wide, and it's the first wide of the afternoon for Corofin. So Corofin leading by a point to no score. It is very, very early stages, just under 2 minutes gone here in Dr. Daly Park in Tulla in the TUS Clare Senior Hurling Championship relegation final. Who's going to win this breaking ball in the middle of the field? St. Joseph's nearly had it and then lost it. Have it back again now, and have it back into form. Their centre forward, first time ball in from David Conroy, but the referee Kevin Curry was playing advantage, and it's going to be a free in to St. Joseph's on the Corofin 65, and this will be an opportunity for David Conroy. And Michael, we don't want to focus too much on the breeze, but
it is a strong breeze. As we said here, in this venue, you're looking at a 6 or 7 point advantage if you're going to be going with it in the first half, as we have now Paddy O'Donovan taking this free. Paddy last week missed 4 or 5 in the last 2 Mark Fergus, the day that Colin Gilfile scored 5 long range frees from his own full-back, and so Paddy will have to get his bearings on very early in this game.
So Paddy O'Donovan wearing 13 spins the hurley a couple of times. The sun is shining here in Tulla. It's a cold afternoon, but not a bad one in terms of late September for hurling. It'll be a better one for St. Joseph's if Paddy O'Donovan puts over this free from the 65. Strikes it very, very well. Superb strike from Paddy O'Donovan. Ties up the game at a point apiece. Just 3 minutes on the clock, and there was no question about that, Michael.
Absolutely,
the second
super free. Now Kevin Curry pulled back now because he said the puck was taken too fast. Was super free by Donovan. If his eye is in, this is going to be a good day for Donovan. That was a great free against the breeze. It was swirling breeze. 1-1.
Liam Corbett now looking to the far side of the field, but it's very well cut out there by Dara Ball. Put the hand up, put the ball forward. Not the best one. It should be cut out here by Evan Doolan. Doolan under pressure, and he's robbed by his St. Joseph's opponents, and the cornerback will be disappointed with that one. Shot from distance, but it drops harmlessly into
Thomas O'Connor took that shot there.
Liam Corbett, the shot from Thomas O'Connor, and it was a good clearance from Corbett, but Corofin now under pressure in front of us here. St. Joseph's showing loads of fight. Paddy O'Donovan from play this time, but you could see again from the second he struck it, it was drifting wide. It's a second wide for St. Joseph's.
The ball was won very well there by Conor Daly under pressure. He laid the ball out to Donovan. Donovan probably a bit disappointed there because he probably could have brought on a few steps, but Barefield are doing quite well.
David Conroy now from the middle of the field zips it forward. The hand is out from the inside man when he goes to ground, and the inside man is Keane Barron. He was looking for the free. It broke again. The second time it's broken in a minute for Liam Corbett. He banged it down the middle. Route 1 from Corofin. Corofin now trying to fight an inside forward. The cornerback goes to ground. The keeper is out, and Aaron Landy should have no problem here finding his full back, although he's wearing 6. That's Dara O'Shea, but big problem now for O'Shea under a bit of pressure. Eventually fouled there by Diarmuid Cahill, stopped on the way out, and he'll have been fairly relieved to get the free out, Michael.
Absolutely, they were quite fortunate there above now. The Barefield are playing with the 3 inside, with it's supposed to Keane Barr sitting at the edge of the square. There's no major change, no tactical things here being operated here now as Aaron Landy takes his free. I think Ian Williams is following the talismanic Diarmuid Cahill for Corofin, so 2 young players marking each other.
So Aaron Landy lands it in the middle of the field, picked up by Corofin. Conor Lean has it now. Lean wearing 28. Big boost for Corofin that he could start. And let's see from a huge distance out. This is going to land on the 21. The Corofin man is in. There's a goal opportunity on here if he can get free, but it was a great block down.
And the free has been awarded in. Ian Williams was dragging out of Jim McCall, so the free was given. He allowed him to take the shot.
So the referee playing advantage. Good refereeing from Kevin Curry. Corofin did have half a goal opportunity there, but it was a good block down on Diarmuid Cahill. But Corofin now will have a fairly straightforward opportunity when Gerard Kelly puts this down to put over their second point, put them into a 1 point lead. Kelly already has put over a point from play. So Gerard Kelly now standing over this, hits it with conviction and accuracy from the 21-yard line. His second point of the opening 6 minutes, Corofin second, and they lead St. Joseph's by 2 points to 1.
Yep. Barefield won't be too disappointed with this. They're containing. They're trying to sharp puck out now to Landy. I don't know why he really needs to do it. He wasn't going to get much more distance, but he got it to the opposite 45 now. Dropping ball there between Thomas O'Connor and Killian O'Connor.
Killian O'Connor had that initially. Killian McGrory now bangs it down the sideline, but it's a bit aimless, and Aaron Landy comes off his line. Landy taking on the Corofin inside forward Shane O'Brien. Landy's clearance, so not the best, and it is hit back straight over the bar, it looks like, by Diarmuid Cahill, and that's a bit sloppy from St. Joseph's.
Yeah, he was under a bit of pressure there. He couldn't get on his favourite side, and he just topped it a bit. I think he was trying to get it out to the half back line, and Diarmuid Cahill just got his hand in, and still Cahill a lot of work to do to get over the bar, but it's 3 points to 1 now after 7 minutes to
great hands from Dara, ball in the middle of the field. First time ball inside to Thomas O'Connor, breaks inside, and let's see what's going to happen here. It's a third wide of the afternoon, and that wide was hit by Keane Barnes. So St. Joseph's, now we have to remember that they are playing into the breeze, but the breeze, it's helpful, but is it a game defining breeze? Probably not. It's probably worth maybe 2 or 3 points, but maybe not a huge factor. Conor Lee now uses his hurley, picked up there by the St. Joseph's right half back, Adam Mungovan comes out with it, finds David Conroy now taking on Sean O'Brien. Great flick from O'Brien, found the centre forward Micheál Duffy, who gets it forward, and let's see what's going to happen here now. Goal opportunity perhaps, but the pass there from Gerard Cahill was just slightly overhit, but Corofin still have it. Maybe they can get the point out of it. Conor Lean tries to win it, but doesn't. 2 Corofin men going for the one ball. One of them wins it. Good stuff there from Micheál Duffy to hold on under pressure, hit with the shoulder, and a shot from a huge distance out, and huge accuracy as well from James Organ, and that's a terrific point.
A great score, and I thought earlier on that Diarmuid Cahill was probably pulled back, but the ref that the Kevin Curry let the play flow, and Corofin were calm. They didn't go crazy, and they worked the ball out, and it was a great score by Organ. It hung in the air, and I suppose he got the swirling breeze in his favour. It was a good score. Now it's 4-1, hitting 10 minutes played. Probably more, as Adam Mungovan is getting a bit of a treatment here for a bit of a knock to his leg. A bit of a good fortune for Corofin. Good score there now. Barefield might want you just to be a little bit careful, because even though the breeze, as the old saying goes, the breeze wins nothing, as Éire found out, or as Kilmaley found out yesterday inside Cusick Park in the county semi-final. But Corofin are holding their own here. They're playing well after a positive start by Barefield. Now Corofin are on top.
Adam Mungovan still on the ground. The conditions here, it's lovely and sunny. It's a cold autumnal feel about it, without a doubt, but really good conditions for hurling, and needless to say, an absolutely fantastic setup here in Tulla in terms of the pitch itself, the stand, everything about it. So play is going to resume now with Aaron Landy.
Mungovan isn't moving that well, and even though he's back in play, he's not moving well. We'll have to watch him next couple of minutes. I'm sure Corofin will pressurise him.
Eventually St. Joseph's win that break back as far as their Owen McMahon. St. Joseph's now trying to find somebody in a bit of space, but that ball not a great ball, and no chance whatsoever for St. Joseph's to build a score from there. And Corofin just looked that small bit more composed in the opening few minutes. I think that should be a free out to St. Joseph's, but the referee didn't see it. It looked as if Shane O'Brien was holding on to his opponent. St. Joseph's now have the advantage. They're coming out with it. And Ian Williams was fouled there as he came out, and eventually
the foul was given to Darren McMahon, but the Barefield supporters were suggesting that Ian Williams was fouled earlier. But I think Corey's experienced ref. I think he's not going to blow for everything today. And today it's a very difficult game for a referee to ref, because every free is contested like an All-Ireland final free.
And while it's the weekend of the two senior hurling championship semi-finals, probably the real pressure more so is probably been felt in a game like this, because
it's a different type of pressure. You have successful pressure in a county semi-final. A relegation final is just pure torture for both teams involved. They just don't want to be here.
Bit of a ruck developing now in front of Liam Corbett in the Corofin goal mouth. Eventually it breaks for Dara Ball, and he bangs over a nice point, second point of the afternoon for St. Joseph's. It's a 2-point game. Corofin 4 points, St. Joseph's or Barefield 2, and we've had just over 11 minutes, and the puck out goes straight out over the sideline right in front of us here in Dr. Daly Park.
It wasn't the greatest puck out. He was too close to the sideline. There was too much height. Grow Kelly tried hard and give him. Grow might get a second chance. He won the sideline.
David Conroy didn't make the greatest job of the sideline, but St. Joseph putting a bit of pressure on in the middle of the field. The 2-11's going for it now. It's won by the Corofin, one Micheál Duffy. Duffy eventually lost possession, won back again now by St. Joseph's, and Dara Ball looks lovely ball from Dara Ball, finds Thomas O'Connor. This should be a point. It's well struck by O'Connor and a super finish, but it was the pass from Dara Ball that made it. And
two of the younger players of St. Joseph's or Barefield, like St. Joseph have been involved in the last 3 minor A hurling finals. I know they've lost them all, but at least they've been making finals. And great ball there by Dara Ball to Thomas O'Connor, popped over there. Thomas obviously his son of Christie's.
Liam Corbett now goes long with this one. 4 or 5 players around it, and on a day like today, whoever emerges from these many rucks with possession and can make something happen would probably win it. St. Joseph's do it on this occasion. Now, can they build something from here? There's a good bit of space here on the far side of the field. First time ball into Keane Barn. Barn goes to ground. Good full back play there by Damien O'Loughlin. Stood up well to that, but he's blocked as he attempted to clear it. And eventually free in given to St. Joseph's. And when you see that kind of work rate, Michael, from inside forwards, stopping defenders coming out, that's the kind of thing that lifts everyone.
And the key thing as well is that David Conroy is more playing a loose free role. He's not doing an awful lot of running around the field. Maybe it suggests maybe he's not a full fitness, but he's dropping back there and he's picking up great ball. He said since Barefield got back on top, it's been mostly due to the work of Conroy. He's got good ball into his hand, he's played in, and that was a great free one there now, as the Barefield are preparing to take the free now with Pádraig O'Donovan.
So Paddy O'Donovan has already put one over from the opposite side of the field, a good bit further out. This is closer in, but look, nothing in a situation like this is a gimme. So he's standing over this, giving it his full concentration, strikes it well, and the umpire walked confidently towards the white flag. It's a second point from a free for Paddy O'Donovan. It's a fourth for St. Joseph's. Corofin have 4 as well, and they're tied here in Tulla. So the ball goes to ground again inside the Corofin or the St. Joseph's 45, but St. Joseph's emerging with it on the far side of the field. Now looks as if there might have been a free there on, or foul there on Owen Burke, but not given. And as you said earlier on, Michael, I suppose soft frees are not going to be given on a day like today. You really have to earn it. Corofin now, eventually the ball runs out over the sideline. The line ball is given to Corofin right in front of the St. Joseph's dugout.
And to that, about 5 minutes ago I suggested that Corofin were holding the road. Now Barefield have taken over and they've popped those 3 points. They're getting more aggressive, as you mentioned there. They're really getting involved in the tackling. They're working very, very hard. Now Corofin has a chance now.
Micheál Duffy, not the greatest. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, Michael.
He was half hooked as he went to strike it.
It
was probably more of a half a chance than it. He was never going to get a full swing at it. No, Aaron Landy now, they'll be challenging his puck outs now in Corofin.
So Landy, he's got great distance in a lot of his puck outs, but didn't find distance or accuracy, and that one hit it straight to a Corofin man, and it's hit back straight over the bar, and a second point of the afternoon from James Organ. And
They're really attacking Aaron's puckouts. That's the second one. He conceded one from play as well. But that's 2 points now, and it's a 5 point to 4. But in the second half, then he'll be dropping the ball on the 45. So just have to get to half time without too much damage being done.
Conor Daly gets it forward for St. Joseph's, gets it into Thomas O'Connor. O'Connor's made a very good start to this game. He's taken on the Corofin inside line. Referee played advantage, and it was a really good effort from O'Connor. One-handed effort, and I have to say, Michael, he's doing very well.
He came through the minor ranks a couple of years ago. I witnessed him playing a minor A hurling final. He was a tall, gangly young fella then, but he's got strong now. There's meat in the bones, and he has been the go-to man there. They're deliberately dropping puckouts on top of him, and he's having a very interesting battle with Evan Doolan. And he's just won a free there. That's going to be, well, from Barefield's perspective, they'll hope that Paddy Donovan drops it over.
So Paddy Donovan, now this one is even closer than the last one, and the one before that was a good bit further out. So you'd imagine Paddy Donovan will bang this over the bar and equalise as we head into the 17th minute. So Paddy Donovan, no problem. 3rd point from him. Free run by Thomas O'Connor, and there was half a chance of a goal there as well. He really did make
and free taking's going to win this game. Like, it has won every game that matters in championship, and Barefield are right at the moment, and Corofin are doing fine. So no matter how many frees each team concedes, it's going to cost them the game. I'm going with Jerry Kelly going through now.
Gerald Kelly bursting forward, taking on St. Joseph's, goes to ground, wins the free, and Gerald Kelly, he's had he's not anytime he's been involved, he's made an impact. He put over that great point at the start. Won that free.
He's physically very strong. He's a very good footballer, and he's very direct, more direct with the ball. And he's won that ball directly. And now he's going for his 3rd score of the game.
He's already put over 1 from play, 1 from a free. He's definitely been very influential thus far. For a second there, I thought he was going to wind up and maybe go for the goal, but he didn't. Banged it over the bar, and Corofin now lead by 6 points to 5.
I think Corofin made a few changes there. Possibly, I'd say Mark O'Loughlin's gone over on Thomas O'Connor, and I'd say Evan Doolan has switched over onto Mark's initial marker, our opponent.
So Aaron Landy puts massive distance. It lands. Great ball winning there from St. Joseph's. Owen Burke.
A super win by
Brilliant.
Owen Burke. I know the Corofin are complaining, but he possession is 9/10 to the line. He had the ball in his hand. Another young player that a couple of years ago, tall, bigger, skinny kid a couple of years ago, but now there's power in his body, and it's definitely working with O'Connor and Burke and Sinan Crosby probably could be coming on later on. They're big physical guys. A bit of indiscipline there by the mouthing from the Corofin, I'd say, half back line, and it's made the free job a little bit easier for Paddy Donovan.
So this should be a handy enough one for Paddy Donovan to put over his 4th point from the free. And just come back to the puck out, Michael. I mean, is it not a simple thing of Aaron Landy bang it as far and as long as you can? And
I'd say he's been told that, because it worked for him that time. He dropped it to those 65.
Yeah. So Paddy Donovan, no problem there. It's his 4th, it's St. Joseph's 6, and the teams are tied on 6 points apiece, 19 minutes into the first half.
There's been 12 shots, there's been 17 shots for goal, there's been 6 each, and Barefield had 3 wides and Corofin had 3 wides. So it's exceptionally equal on all aspects of play.
It is indeed. Now St. Joseph's will be trying to make it less equal if they can here. And let's see what's going to happen here. Shot now from David Conroy, but Conroy, you could just see from the second he hit it, it was drifting wide.
And it's a wide ball there by David Conroy. He was set up by Michael Nash, and Michael Nash's all his cousins will be playing West Clare Gales in the intermediate football semi-final in the same time over in, I think, Doonbeg this afternoon.
Sean O'Brien runs into traffic. Corofin still have it with Gerard Kelly. Kelly gets it forward. Every ball being battled for here in Tulla, because every single ball is vital. Dara Ball looks up, and when he has the chance to look up, finds the inside forward inside. That's brilliant hurling inside from Thomas O'Connor, and that's an absolutely great point. And again, Dara Ball just had that millisecond to look up.
Yeah.
But Thomas O'Connor had to really...
Darren Ball is a former Clare minor, 2 years. He knows how to play hurling. He got a goal here against Shermarket last week. Didn't do much after that. But a great ball into Thomas O'Connor. And that's the second combination the two players have had together.
That was brilliant from the two of them. And that's why St. Joseph's are now leading by 7 points to 6. in this TUS Clare Senior Hurling Championship Relegation final. It's brought to you on Clare GA TV, and of course brought to you in association with Stream Sport, Clare GA's streaming partners. And that's a brilliant point there from Michael Nash. Hasn't been hugely involved up to this stage, Michael, but
yes,
what an input from him there.
He helped out in the last effort there, but in this one now, again, David Conroy is sitting back, he's staying away from everybody, he's not getting involved in the game, he's not going to get physical in case he's got a knock with him, but he gave a lovely, simple, textbook ball straight into the corner to Nash. He turned and popped it over the bar.
Diarmuid Cahill from a long way out, the umpire waves it wide. Worth a shot with a breeze like that.
Well, they have to take the shots now. It's 8-6 now. Corofin are going to probably realise that there might be a small bit of bother here, that they're going to probably, to get really involved in this game, they may have to be looking to score a goal very soon, or else they don't want to end up going 4 or 5 points down against the breeze going in at half time.
So Aaron Landy, when play resumes in a second, will presumably bang it as long as he can, because the last time he did that, Owen Burke put his hand up and won the free, and it was
they've overloaded this side of the field, so Barefield are definitely trying to hit Burke with Mungo. A great, superb win there now by
absolutely outstanding stuff there from Sean O'Brien. Put the hand up, brought it down, and Corofin now looking to build something to corner and forward and cornerback leaning into each other on the way out. Whoever wins this now, it could be a pivotal moment. Diarmuid Cahill eventually will win it. Now it's quite an acute angle for Cahill, but an absolutely superb strike from the Corofin number 13. That was absolutely brilliant.
A great ball by Sean O'Brien. That was one of the catches of the weekend. If we get more of that, because there was 4 or 5 Barefield guys on top of him, and they were all a lot taller than him, but he caught the ball and drilled it in. And Diarmuid Cahill has been the go-to man for Corofin so far. Haven't seen much of Gearóid Cahill or Conor Lean, so we'll see how they'll have to come into the game if Corofin are going to be in contention in the last quarter.
Aaron Landy now with the latest puck out, goes to the far side of the field, this time the dugout side, we'll call it. Mark O'Loughlin goes to ground and wins the free. So this is probably scoreable, Michael. I mean, if we're to base it on the relegation semi-final where Newmarket could beat
Colin Giffey was nearly scoring them from inside his own 30-yard line. So, well, if it's Gearóid Kelly's taking him, which I'm sure it is, he's well able to. He's got the power anyway behind him.
So Gearóid Kelly definitely has the distance. Does he have the accuracy? I think he has.
Again.
Yes, he does.
Great.
And in fairness, Michael, I mean,
the free taking has been brilliant today.
It's been outstanding.
And
we've seen some great scores and play as well. That Gearóid Cahill one, the Thomas O'Connor one.
Yes.
There's been
Adam Mungo missed the ball. No, Adams missed the ball.
It's a relegation final, but to be honest, if you didn't know it was, you wouldn't think it was, if that makes sense. Corofin now with Cahill again, hits it from this, but it's drifts wide. Diarmuid Cahill, and that was, I mean, he's a very, very good hurler, but by his standards,
he should nearly be going over. He'd be very disappointed. Again, that was a shot puck up by Aaron Landy. Now he's gone long again. The management have definitely asked Aaron Landy to vary his puck. It's not all short or long, but that's been swallowed up again by Corofin. 1-on-1 inside.
1-on-1 inside. Corofin man has it. He's being held up. Has to be a free in. Yes, it is.
Conor Lean has gone inside and he's been marked by Darragh McMahon. Is that deliberate that he just found himself inside there, or is it he's applied for they've moved him in for the last 10 minutes before?
I'd say it could be that, because with this breeze, and again we don't want to overstate the breeze, but it's definitely a 3 or 4 point breeze, I would imagine.
Oh, if the wind rises here in Tully, you're looking at that and more.
So it's going to be a free in now. Conor Lean, we'll see, will he stay inside full forward?
Barefield seem to have maybe 4 across their half back line and even 2 inside. 4 half forwards and 2 in the full forward line, and he's gone for a point.
So Gearóid Kelly bangs that over. Corofin leading by 9 points to 8, and it's tight, it's tense, but in fairness, there's been some great scores, there's been some very good hurling as well. The odd mistake here and there, but good quality match, and that puck out worked to perfection. St. Joseph's tried to hold on to the middle field. Conor Daly a bit slow going down the ball, and Corofin move in. Shane O'Brien picks it up. O'Brien gives it back as far as Gearóid Kelly, and Gearóid Kelly from exactly halfway the fist was up, Michael, long before that ball was gone over the bar.
As the ball hit, left his hurley, he was celebrating. Doora had won the ball brilliantly. He hit it short and it probably hit David Conner one of those too fast and it broke in free. Eventually Kelly got it, a great score.
The last long puck out broke for Corofin, who's going to break for this time. 2 or 3 going for the same ball.
There's a challenge.
Eventually Gerard Kelly flicks it out over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball for St. Joseph's.
There was intent there on Keane Barnes' shoulder, but he missed the shoulder. The sideline here now into Owen Burke.
Owen Burke went to ground under a bit of pressure. Diarmuid Cahill got it back as far as centre back. Keelan O'Connor lands it in, but just too much meat on that one, and it drifts wide. And it's a 2-point game still. Corofin leading St. Joseph's by 10 points to St. Joseph's 8. And interesting now to see what will Aaron Landy do with this puck out. He's going to the far side this time, the dugout side, if we can call it that.
Picked up
and
here by Barefield.
Conor Daly. Daly trying to get away from Garrod Kelly. Does get away from Kelly. Takes the shoulder from the opposite number 2. And eventually the shot, he took the shoulder from Mark O'Loughlin. And the shot eventually went wide, and that was good defending there from Mark O'Loughlin.
Good late tackle there by Mark O'Loughlin, I think it was. And the two sides now are level even on wides. They're sharing 10 wides now. It's a ball here to Gerard Cahill. And I think he's got it.
100%. What a strike from Gerard Cahill. Magnificent strike. And has to be said that all came from Mark O'Loughlin's shoulder on Conor Daly about 30 seconds before that.
And what's interesting here, Corofin are tackling exceptionally hard. We thought they were going to die, but if they can go 3 or 4 points up at half time and contain the first, you could have a very interesting second half. But you didn't want for the game would be to Barefield to go in with a big lead. It might kill the spectacle of the game. But there's a very intense. Corofin are tackling hard here. Big
battle going on inside there, but Corofin eventually won it. Gerard Cahill has it now. There's about 2 or 3 St. Joseph's player around him. Whoever comes out with the ball here will have earned it, because there's quite a few around that. So Kevin Curry decides, I think the most sensible option is going to throw it in, because I don't think anyone was going to come out for a good while with the ball there. From that particular ruck, St. Joseph's, Ian Williams nearly had it. Breaks for Corofin. McMahon gets the hurley in. Corofin now a small bit of space. Corofin man goes to ground, no free. I don't think it was a free, to be honest. He just went to ground.
This is typical relegation hurling.
It is. Because everyone knows that every single play could be pivotal to whether or not Corofin or St. Joseph's are going to be playing
Darragh Ball's got the ball.
Darragh Ball looks up again. Lovely ball forward from Ball. He really has a great pass on him. In as far as Michael Nash. Nash now taking on the Corofin cornerback.
He's the free one
great
anyway.
From Nash. Can he get to finish? Can he find the space? One-handed, holds onto it, finds Thomas O'Connor. And the referee, Kevin Curry, had spotted that Nash had been fouled earlier, and the advantage wasn't really accruing for St. Joseph's. And great run there from Nash.
Absolutely, and we always tend to look at the forward play, but David Conroy and Darragh Ball are dropping back inside between their 45 and 65, and they're delivering super ball into the forwards. The Barefield half forward line are dropping out and leaving space inside. So textbook stuff as Paddy Donovan stands over what he hopes to be his 5th 3.
Paddy Donovan now inside the 45, well within his range, no doubt about that. Just giving it full attention and full execution, perfect execution, straight over the bar. And it's down to a 2-point game again. Corofin leading St. Joseph's.
And there's 2 minutes of additional time.
Leading by 11 points to 9. So Corofin have it now with Killian McGrory. McGrory finds one of his teammates, James Organ, who's banged over 2 super points for his side. Corofin, of course, a lot of these players will be playing in the intermediate football semi-final next weekend, but they're not worried about that at the moment. Battle going on inside now between Damien O'Loughlin and Thomas O'Connor. O'Loughlin does well, was close enough to overcarrying, but came out of that extremely well. Great stuff there from O'Loughlin, and it's banged forward by Killian McGrory. McGrory trying to find Gerard Cahill. Cahill has it. Lovely flick. St. Joseph's are saying it was a throw. Flicked it to Sean O'Brien, but as Sean O'Brien was hitting it, Michael. He was hooked and it went wide.
He stood to strike the ball. Grow Cal seems to maybe push down the field a little bit into a more attacking role into the half-hour line, and he gave the ball out to Sean O'Brien. Unluckily for Sean, just inches wide.
So just into the 31st minute, we've 2 minutes of injury time, and
long puck out here, no missing.
Great, super long puck out from Landy. It's all about who wins the break, and that's probably going to decide this game. Who wins the break and who makes the less mistakes. Easily said. Referee didn't spot anything there. St. Joseph's now find a bit of space in front of the full forward line, but out in the 45. Nash has it again. He's really blazed into this game the last 15-16 minutes. And Paddy O'Donovan, he's put over a 5 from freeze. That's his first on play, Michael. That's a great score.
A great score and great work by Michael Nash. And I think it might have been Dara Baller, one of the lads that didn't give the ball to this side of the field. Nash won it, laid it off to Donovan. Donovan had to do a lot of work because he knew he was going to be hooked or blocked.
So let's see now. Corofin know well, they don't need to be told. They've got to try and get a score before half time, but they won't with Adam Mungovan coming out with a ball like that, banging it into O'Connor. O'Connor surely pulled there by the Corofin cornerback Evan Doolan. Referee didn't see it. No, maybe we had a fairly good view of it here. So sometimes the view in the stand here in Tulla, you can see a lot of things that maybe the referee or the people down the field can't see. Anyway, Corofin bursting forward here with Damien O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin goes to ground, wins the free.
Owen Burke was sort of unlucky. He was tackling him, he was falling back. There was about definitely 3 or 4 frees from both sides on the way with the ball. Great work by O'Loughlin. Unfortunately for Burke, he's sort of stone in top, nothing malicious. But now is a chance for, I assume, Gerard Kelly to, if it goes over, it could be the last action of the game. If it goes over, Corofin will be sitting in a 2-point lead going into half time.
And a couple of seconds ago, David Conroy was asking the referee Kevin Corey why wasn't a free given to Thomas O'Connor. But anyway, Gerard Kelly hits it from halfway, and well, you might as well put the way Gerard Kelly's hitting it, Michael. The flag might as well go up before he even strikes it.
He's 7 points scored. I think 2 from play and maybe 5 from frees from Metz right at half time.
It's half time. Corofin leading by that 7th, or following that 7th Gerard Kelly point. They're leading St. Joseph's by 2 points, 12 points to 10. And look, you can just see as that game developed. Like, there was a lot of very good things in that first half, Michael. You could see
I thought it was probably a better game than Newmarket and Barefield last week, because the two teams were going at each other far more physical, maybe not as classical hurling as you might see later on in the semi-finals, but it's not going to be classical. It's all about avoiding mistakes, and it's all about avoiding being playing in Tier 2 hurling next year. Even we're just talking about relegation hurling. If you look at Portumna, they were 4 Ireland clubs, 6 county champions last 20 years. They're playing intermediate hurling next year. Patrick's Well yesterday, with 3 hurlers of the year on their team, they were relegation Senior B. So reputation means nothing, and Barefield would say we've a right to be playing senior hurling because we have a strong underage base, we have hundreds of young players hurling in football. It means nothing. And same for Corofin, they've been very fortunate the last couple of years, and they're probably have a great chance of winning intermediate football if the ball bounces away this year. But again, everything's based in the next 35 minutes hurling.
And just before we take a break for half time, Michael, in that first 30 minutes, they didn't seem to be playing with the pressure of it being a relegation final, but that might change now as the game develops, because
then the first 30 minutes there wasn't much in the sense that they don't think the pressure's on, but definitely now when you go into the second half, 5 minutes, if you're 1 point down or 1 point up with 5 minutes to go and you make a mistake, it could be something you'll be talked about for the next 20 years at home in your club.
And just very finally, I suppose it shows the standard, what we think is the standard of Clare Senior Hurling Championship, that we can have a game of this quality. No, we don't exaggerate, but it's a good quality game for a relegation
compared
final.
to many years ago. You would have had sloggers of games. Now maybe the games would be on maybe in November, and the pitches wouldn't be as good as they are now with the work that's been going in the pitches. But even to see the crowd here today now, there's a crowd here today that would be here during round 1 of the Senior Championship. So there's an appetite for games, and the people are coming to the games.
So it's half time. Corofin leading, as you can see, by 2 points. Corofin 12 points. St. Joseph's, Doora, Barefield 10. We'll take a break and we'll be back very soon with the second half. Kevin Keane went down on it initially. It broke to the Corofin. Number 12, Garrod Kelly. And an absolutely magnificent. To be a better one for St. Joseph if Paddy Donovan puts over this free from 65. Strikes it very, very well. Superb strike. There's a goal opportunity on here if he can get free, but it was a great block down. So Garrod Kelly now standing over this. Hits it with conviction. Good stuff there from Micheál Duffy to hold on under pressure. Hit with the shoulder. And a shot from a huge distance out. And
here.
The ruck developing now in front of Liam Corbett and the Corofin goal mouth. This giving it his full concentration. Strikes it well. And fine distance or accuracy in that one. Hit it straight to a Corofin man. And it's made a very good start to this game. He's taken on the Corofin inside line. Referee played advantage. And it was a great as we head into the 17th minute. So
with Jerry Kelly going through now.
Garrod Kelly bursting forward, taking on St. Joseph's, goes to ground, wins the free. Very influential thus far. For a second there I thought
he'd worked for him that time. He dropped it to 65.
So finds the inside forward inside. That's brilliant hurling inside from Thomas O'Connor, and that's associated with Stream Sports. Clare GA's streaming at the moment. Dermot Cahill eventually will win it. Now it's quite an acute angle for Cahill, but an absolutely...
He's well able to. He's got the power anyway behind him.
So Garrod Kelly definitely has the distance. Does he have the accuracy?
Followed up again by Corofin. 1-on-1 inside.
1-on-1 inside. Corofin man has it. He's being held up. Has to be a free in. Yes, it is.
Forwards and two in the full forward line. And he's gone for a point.
Shane O'Brien picks it up. O'Brien gives it back as far as Garrod Kelly. And Garrod Kelly from
They're sharing 10 wides now. It's a ball here to Garrod Cahill.
Garrod Cahill.
And I think he's got it.
100%. What a strong. Full attention and full execution. Blazed into this game the last 15-16 minutes. And Paddy O'Donovan, he's put over a 5 from free. Free hit from Thomas O'Connor, but anyway, Garrod Kelly hits it from halfway. And, well, you might as well put the way Garrod Kelly. St. Joseph's 11. It should be cut to 1 now, because that's a great opportunity and a well executed opportunity for David Conroy, and he put that straight over the bar. And Michael, a tonic start to the second half for St. Joseph's.
Absolutely, great ball across the field there by into David Conroy's hand, and that's all he's going to do. He'll pop 4 or 5 of those over very handy, and he wanted to be exerting too much energy. But now it's going to be tested. Corofin Pucko, which has struggled this year in the championship with Liam Corbett, so he's going to have. It's going to be. They're going to put major pressure on Liam's Pucko, same as Corofin did in Ireland's in the first half. But now it's a free to Corofin and on their own 65 with Jerry Kelly, I presume, to take it.
So Sean O'Brien, I think it was Sean O'Brien who won that free. So Gerard Kelly has been impressive from frees, but also from play in the first half, putting over a couple of great points from play, and several very good frees. Now this is into the breeze, and again, we don't want to exaggerate the strength of the breeze, but it is definitely a helpful breeze, let's say, to the team that has it, and the team that has it is St. Joseph's. Gerard Kelly hits that now, lands on the 21, who's going to come out with the ball, just 5 or 6 around it, trying to wrestle or control. St. Joseph's eventually do come out with it, and David Conroy, the man who's put over that first point of the second half, has a bit of space in front of him. He has the space to hit it. It's going to drop short.
Oh, super ball!
It's a dangerous ball. Oh. Good goalkeeping there from Liam Corbett. Kept his eye on it, and Corofin should have come out with that initially, but didn't. St. Joseph's putting on massive pressure inside, and St. Joseph's were looking for the free in their own work. Well, it was probably 50-50, but Corofin eventually managed to win it back, and from near the touchline, Gerard Cahill bangs it into the full forward line, into the Corofin full forward line. But the St. Joseph's number 6, Darragh O'Shea, who's playing full back, eventually at the second attempt emerges with it, gets it back to Landy. Aaron Landy now has the breeze behind him. This should land a long way from where he's standing, and it does, about 35 yards out. Both teams battling magnificently, battling with everything. Great ball given to Conroy. Conroy couldn't control it initially. Did control it the second time. And that's the second point of the second half for David Conroy. It was good play as well from Owen Burke.
Aaron Landy's going to long puck outs. Great win there by Owen Burke. Super work. Owen Burke and Thomas O'Connor, two unsung heroes, lads who've developed through the system in the last 3 or 4 years, have done exceptionally well. They're big, awkward, hard target men here now. And Kevin Curry is going to talk to his line umpires. Maybe they've seen some we don't.
So Kevin Curry having a chat, and at the far end of the field there's a St. Joseph's defender on the ground. He's getting a bit of treatment as well, so we'll see, will Kevin Curry now take any action as a result of that little chat with his umpires. He's looking around, he's pointing the finger, I think, at, not sure, was it Evan Doolan or was it Michael Nash, but he seemed to kind of wave the finger at the two of them.
While we wait for that, just in a few results in now. Newmarket and Fergus are going to be playing in the Junior A Hurling Championship next year. They lost the relegation final 2-15 to Scarf, 2-12 to Newmarket and Fergus. And in a quarter final of the Intermediate Championship the Intermediate Championship, which is the new form, I suppose, a Premier Intermediate, and we'll call it the Intermediate Championship. Step forward for us. Ogunlaw, they're in the semi final of it. They defeated Aero, who had a fantastic day yesterday. Defeated Aero by the minimum 2-13 to 18 points. So Gunlow are in the semi-final championship, and Newmarket and Fergus are down to Junior A next year.
Well done to Ogunlaw on winning that. And let's see, now the umpire had his hand out, so he's having a chat there with Kevin Curry, the St. Joseph's man. Didn't just decide to sit down, I suppose, for no reason. He's down for a reason, so whether it's a serious enough reason or not, for the referee to intervene, we'll see. So good chat now between Kevin Curry and the two umpires, and not sure what's going to happen. And actually, Michael, this will be quite significant towards the end, because the game's been held up for over 2 minutes now at this stage. So
yes,
another couple of hold-ups and suddenly you 5 or 6 minutes of injury time.
Absolutely, yes. And no one will want the team that's leading won't want that, and the team that I'd say is it Diarmuid Cahill is coming in for the chat, or is it?
It is. He's going to have a little word with Diarmuid Cahill. I'm not 100% sure who
it might be both of them he'll be talking to.
It does look as if it is both of them. He's definitely talking to both of them. So you'd imagine then that it's either Stern talking to, or at worst, as he is doing, a yellow card to both. And
I'd say it's possibly Ian Williams, or Willie as they call him, might be on. Ian was on him early on. Ian's above in the college and university guy, a very shy, retiring type of guy. I'm sure he wouldn't be causing any trouble.
So the puck out from Corbett was a good one, and it was Ian Williams who got the yellow card along with Diarmuid Cahill. So let's see now, can Corofin build something here?
Great run by Cahill.
Good stuff from Cahill, but can he find a bit of space? Great hook from Darragh McMahon, and the ball goes out over the sideline, and it's a line ball to St. Joseph's. And there's no doubt about it, Michael, that the first 6 minutes of the second half, St. Joseph's have really hit the ground running. I mean, they've got the 2 points.
They've got the 2 points as much as they can expect now. 6 minutes gone. Corofin, you could not rule out Corofin in this game yet. I mean, which is a cliche to say, it could be a 1-goal game the way it's playing out at the moment. But Corofin are still attacking. They're not afraid to back off. And
so one 9 ball leads to the other. That one just drifted out over the sideline. So it's going to be a line ball now for Corofin, and it'll be taken by Gearóid Cahill. Teams tied at 12 points apiece. Conditions very good here in Tulla. It was well struck, but extremely well cut out by David Conroy. And a great ball from Conroy.
Conroy is really, the first half, he's sitting back deep. He's not getting involved in the battle. He's just going to be a creator.
Super crossy ball to Thomas O'Connor. O'Connor now finds Keane Byrne. This is going to drop short, and it's harmless. Keane Byrne will be
a free in here because he was hit. He was slapped after the ball was struck, and the referee Kevin Curry was quick to see it. Kevin Curry is having a super year refereeing this year, and a yellow card here now.
So that could well have been the reason why it dropped short.
He was hit late as the ball. He was sort of slapped as he struck the ball, and Barron went down like a sack of potatoes. So it was obviously something that happened.
So Corofin not too happy with that, but St. Joseph's will be very happy. Remember, it was a 2-point lead at half time.
And now the ball is
Corofin.
The free has been given from where the ball dropped, which Paddy scored far harder ones in the first half against the Breeze. So he's a fair chance of putting Barefield ahead at a crucial time in the game, 8 minutes in the second half.
So Paddy O'Donovan standing over this should be, you would imagine, St. Joseph's third point of the second half, turning a 2-point half-time deficit into a 1-point lead. As you said, Michael, 8 minutes into the second half. And, well, it's going to be a fascinating last 22 minutes, and there's going to be a bit of injury time as well. The puck out, it was a risky one, but it did work well because Garrod Cahill held on to it well, and Corofin now up for route one, and there does seem to be a bit of space in front of the St. Joseph's full forward line, or full back line I should say, but
Sinan Kirby
has come on
the field. There's no one here to really tell us who might be gone off, but Sinan's on. Sinan's a good young player, played very well in junior this year, capable player, one for the future for Corofin or whatever grade they're playing in this time next year.
So St. Joseph's now strike that forward. Dara ball, great ball forward as far as Michael Nash. Nash really tore into the game in the second half of the first half, and gives it back now to Paddy O'Donovan. O'Donovan hits that from halfway, and it's the umpire nods his approval. That's an absolutely magnificent point from O'Donovan.
Again, super ball across the field into Nash to O'Donovan. Again, it's all the younger players that St. Joe's or Barefield have. And I know there was a big talk about a turnover and players missing, but their younger players are coming strong. And I suppose for Barefield, they just have to stay up in this grade. No more so in Corofin for those young players who play senior hurling.
Sinan Kirby now mightn't have been too happy with his initial touch a couple of minutes ago, or when that pass wasn't great either, and it breaks for Dara Ball, lovely ball forward. He's such an excellent passer of a ball into Nash. Nash knows that it's on, has the shot. The umpire with the green cap gives the nod, and Michael, St. Joseph's, I mean, look, they're on fire at this stage.
Great ball again by Dara Ball, straight to Nash. Nash is back on Doolan. He gave Doolan trouble in the first half to put a Lachlan on him, switch him off again. So now Nash has got his second point and a crucial score from 3 points up.
Conor Lean has it now. Lean knows that Corofin have to do something. He goes to ground, wins the free, and this should be a relatively straightforward free for Garrod Kelly.
Barefield will complain that maybe perhaps he pulled his man down from the ground and threw them, but he engineered the free, but so be it.
You have to do what you have to do when you're in a situation like this. So Garrod Kelly now standing over this.
At some stage, Corofin are going to have to save. If Barefield keep tagging on 2 and 3 points and go 5 or 6 up, Corofin are going to say we're going to have to go for goals. Another point there for Kelly. And
Garrod Kelly puts that over the bar, so it's down now to 2 points. St. Joseph's have outscored Corofin 5-1 in the opening 11 minutes of the second half.
Aaron isn't going short this half.
No, he's not. And well, if there was a long puck competition in Clare Club hurling, he would definitely be thereabouts. But Corofin have won it back now. Can they get a second point in succession from Garrod Kelly? It doesn't look as if it has the accuracy. It doesn't have the accuracy, and it drifts wide. I think it was probably worth a shot, though.
Probably was worth a shot, but no, Barefield are getting smart too. They're just going to drop everybody back to defend, or Corofin are going to drop everyone back to defend against Aaron's long puckouts. Maybe he might go short now off the space. No, long again.
So Landy lands it this time on the far side of the field. A few St. Joseph's men around, including David Conroy, looking to switch the play to this side of the field, the stand side. Thomas O'Connor, well defended there by Corofin. Corofin now under pressure in the middle third of the field. Not the greatest control there from Shane O'Brien. Loses possession, should break now for Sean O'Brien. Corofin having trouble just getting it under control and stitching one or two passes together. So will the referee Kevin Curry decide going to have to throw it in here? That's exactly what he does. In fairness, he's only thrown the ball in twice, but there are times when it's fairly obvious, Michael, that the ball isn't going to come out of the ruck, that you're better off to throw it in.
Absolutely. Another great win out there, I think, by Keelan O'Connor, is it? And snapped up there by Conroy.
Conroy now has been very good in the opening minutes of the second half. Hit from a good distance out by St. Joseph's, Owen McMahon, and it drifts wide, and it's still a 2-point game. Puck out taken very, very quickly. Corofin going to start with this one, but the ball forward, not the greatest one. The Corofin half forward line, no sign of anyone there trying to pick up a ball there. Second chance now for McMahon, and McMahon, well, it finishes in the same place, just drifts a couple of yards wide. And whatever about the first one, Michael, I think he'd probably be a small bit more decisive with the second one.
He could nearly brought the ball on a bit further. Now this brother Doora contesting.
Good few St. Joseph's defenders around. Lean putting the pressure on, trying to get the hits in to win it. And not controlled there by Sean O'Brien. And Sean O'Brien eventually does emerge with it. Now he has the legs to take on, goes to ground,
great free one
St.
there.
Joseph's. Brilliant hurling from O'Brien. And it's these moments, Michael, that are going to decide this game.
Absolutely great driving free, great driving run there. I'd say perhaps was it maybe Darragh McMahon that got Darragh McMahon that might have got the yellow card as Garo Kelly sends over a free now to score, which would be potentially his 9th score of the game. Indeed, as we commented in the first half, the free taking has been superb. And there's and also in wide tally, it's 7 wides for Corofin and it's 8 wides for Barefield. So Barefield are winning that unwanted battle.
I think it's going to be a 1-point game, and that is confirmed by Garo Kelly and then by the umpire.
Will we call extra time at this stage with 20 minutes to go?
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility, without a doubt, because, well, if there's a point in it with 2 or 3 minutes left, or 2 or 3 minutes gone in injury time, well, it's very, very likely that it could go to extra time.
Oh,
but let's
man,
see,
he's
a couple
here.
of players go to ground there now, and thankfully everyone has got up, so everything all right. Thomas O'Connor now.
Good ball out to Thomas, out to Doora ball.
Vision.
Doora lost it.
Found Doora ball, but Doora ball just couldn't control it. Goes out over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball for St. Joseph's. So, just looking at the clock again, as you can see, there's exactly 15 minutes left, and we probably will have a few minutes injury time. So St. Joseph's now with this line ball, and it'll be taken by Doora ball. Doora, any chance, Michael, he could cut this over?
Very much so. He's a very capable guy.
So Doora ball does get behind it beautifully, and just drifts wide. Puck out taken extremely quickly there by Liam Corbett, but a bit too quickly, Kevin Curry says, so it's going to have to be taken again. So Corofin trying to, I suppose, vary their puck outs a bit, and we can see there that St. Joseph's, Michael, are dropping back. Darragh McMahon, he's kind of in a free role in front of the full back line, so, and everyone else then around the half back line area has been picked up. So
it's very crowded between the 45 and 65 with Barefield. We said then you Darragh McMahon, then you 4 more. So I should say it's very crowded. I mean, where are Corofin playing there, man? It's now as a Barefield substitute coming onto the field. Thomas O'Connor's gone off the field, and I would say that would be Brian Guilfoyle. Mike Guilfoyle. We just heard Mike there offering him big support from the sidelines.
So Brian Guilfoyle,
big hit here, ball lost.
But the ball forward there from Owen Burke wasn't the most accurate, and it was cut out. And now from a long way out, Killian O'Connor winding up, bangs it in. Conor Lean was waiting for the ball inside. The St. Joseph's man, Darragh O'Shea, goes to ground, but to be honest, I don't think there was anything really in that. Didn't look as if there was a whole lot in it. St. Joseph's now have it with Keane Barron. Keane Barron hits it, and the umpire heads for the flag. And that's a really good score from Keane Barron. We haven't seen a huge amount of Keane Barron in the game, but if he puts over a couple of scores like that in the last 10 or 15 minutes of this game, well, it could be very crucial towards the final result.
I think the referee was trying to suss out if something happened, but his 2 umpires made nothing of it above at the road goal, the altercation that happened to there. So nothing. Move game on.
Yeah, it did seem to be minor enough. So it's a 2-point game now. St. Joseph's leading by 16 points to Corofin's 14 in the TUS Clare Senior Hurling Championship Relegation final. Sinan Kirby, he tries to find James Organ under pressure. 4 or 5 St. Joseph's men around him, and St. Joseph's now are beginning to emerge. Wind is free. They're beginning to emerge with a crucial ball as David Conroy hits it from a massive distance. And Michael,
that's a huge score because Garrod Kelly went in hard. The free was awarded, but the ball was played by Conroy. Huge score. He scored 3 points this half. He's not getting involved in the physical aspects of the game. He's getting the ball. He's delivers super ball around the field, spread runs, no more so than Darragh Ball has done as well. I suppose the difference in this game too has been the likes of Thomas O'Connor and Michael Nash in the two corners have done a lot of damage. Corofin are not able to replicate that.
Corofin know that it's getting to the stage where they've got to make something happen fairly lively. Garrod Cahill is a man that is well capable of doing that. He's fouled, referee plays advantage. Garrod Cahill stops and says, I'll take the free. And
Brian Gilfile fouled Garrod Cahill there. Now it's a free here to Jerry Kelly. It would be a good free to take. He's come from the halfway line with the breeze against him, and Corofin needed very much so now because they're going into the 49th minute of the game. Now Garrod has been top class all day, so no one begrudge him one going wide, but he need his team need everything to go over now next 10 minutes.
Well, this really is potentially a crucial moment if Garrod Kelly puts this over, and he does strike it well, and the umpires, however, say that it's gone wide. There wasn't much in it, but definitely breeze in his face, and it wasn't an easy one as well as he has been striking.
Aaron going straight down the centre.
Aaron Landy just puts timber behind it, lands it, and it's one inside by Damien O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin gets it forward, but to St. Joseph's defence, I have to say, have been.
Darren McMahon is playing his heart out there. Not all things might be going for him, but he's really hitting hard.
That was brilliant for Darren McMahon. But Corofin have won it back. Oregon has it. Lot of space here now for Sinan Kirby. There's two St. Joseph's men in front of him. Pop shot to lead. Has to be. It is. It's in the back of the net. And in the blink of an eye, a 3-point St. Joseph's Doora Barefield lead has been wiped out. It's level. Corofin 114. St. Joseph's Doora Barefield 17 points.
And super work by Sinan Kirby. I know a lot of other players were involved, but Sinan Kirby had the gumption to take it on and his coolness to pop the ball to Dean. He might have gone after the shot himself, but it's a 1-4. As they used to say, game on now, Ger.
It was absolutely brilliant. It has to be said from Kirby. So calm. And he found Lean, and Lean just couldn't miss. St. Joseph's, did they overcarry? No, says the referee. Keane Barton strikes it. Let's see. The umpire is going for a white flag. Corofin are adamant it was wide. To be honest, it looked wide. Corofins are absolutely incandescent, but they're going to have to just get on with it.
I'd say
that, Michael, it looks.
I don't know, but I'd say at this moment now, they've called. The umpires have called it, so at the moment now, I'd say the linesman on the far side there, Joe Mullins, has probably called over Kevin Corey. Maybe have words of advice as the Barefield manager Damien Kindy is probably being told to maybe relax. It was a score and get back into the game as fast as you can.
No, I can't be absolutely certain, but it definitely.
There was a lot of complaints in the stand anyway
but anyway, let's see. Look at the clock again. There's 8.5 minutes left, so it is a 1-point game. The score stands. St. Joseph's or Barefield hitting back with that point from Keane Barron following that goal from Conor Lean. So what can Corofin do?
Yes, and that ball cleared well, yes.
With Evan Doolan's ball forward is cut out by a man who's had a great second half, David Conroy. St. Joseph's man goes to ground. St. Joseph's
he never played the ball. He can't have any complaints. He put the knee straight into the back of Paddy O'Donovan. Now again, it's the positioning of David Conroy across that Barefield 65 to 45 line. It's like he's anticipating every puck out and getting it right, every clearance. He set up that, he won the ball, to put it across, I think, to O'Donovan, who got the knee in the back, and there was no complaints there. There was no playing the ball. Unfortunately, the Corofin man just arrived a second too late. So Paddy's here now in the centre of the field with a chance to put Barefield 2 points ahead.
The breeze is behind him as well, and he has been striking the ball so well from frees and from play today.
I think this will be his 9th score if it goes over. 9th point if it goes over.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely expect it to put it over, and if it does go over, it will be quite a response to Corofin's goal. When they got that goal, of course, the game was level. So Paddy Donovan now strikes it well, strikes it cleanly, and the umpire is marching towards the white flag. And I suppose that's a textbook example, Michael, of how to respond to what was a big setback.
Absolutely, and Barefield have risen to the game in the last couple of minutes. Maybe they need that goal to happen for them. But Corofin are not dead yet. They're absolutely
not.
They're giving everything they can, but they're going to probably have to get another goal. That's the unfortunate thing from their perspective, because Barefield are attacking. And Conor Daly has done very well today now. Nothing spectacular, but he's been a pure dog out in the middle of the field.
Corofin man goes to ground. Referee didn't see Cian Barnes lost to Hurley. He's trying to put the tackle in anyway. That's the kind of situation we're in now, when you're fighting on your back to hold on to your senior status for 2026. Now, this ball, where it breaks, will be important. It was
a
really
definite
well
free. Conor
read.
leaned straight into the back of Darren McMahon. There was not much need for it,
but it was so well read by Darren McMahon.
Absolutely. So he's done quite well now. I know. I think he may have taken a book in 10 minutes earlier, but he's actually read. He's played that loose role quite well. He's just been a bulwark there to stop anything coming through from Corofin. And I know the goal went in, but other than that, it's been a very solid performance by both sets of backs. It's a tight game. I mean, you could easily see another goal going in here if Corofin get the run. But Barefield now are going for a long free there by Aaron Landy.
Aaron Landy, this is going to land.
It's going to go wide.
I think it's going to go wide. But I mean, if the accuracy had been there, that could have gone over the bar.
Absolutely, certainly.
He has that in his artillery. There's no doubt whatsoever
That's
about
Barefield's ninth wide as opposed to 8 for Corofin.
That's a good poke out there from Liam Corbett. He found Gerard Kelly on the far side of the field. Gerard Kelly linking up now inside with Shane O'Brien. O'Brien looks up, but he can't find an inside forward. It wasn't a good ball forward. And, maybe the movement of the Corofin forwards just isn't quite what they need it to be, given that they're 2 points down.
Super ball by Dara Ball.
Space inside now for Barron. Is he going to go for the point? Yes, he is. And he puts it wide. And in fairness, the Corofin defender inside waved it wide before the umpire, so he obviously was closer to it than we were. It looked as if it was over the bar from here, but it wasn't.
I think we were all writing it down as a point.
Still a 2-point game. That could turn out to be a vital miss. There's 4.5 minutes left. So can Corofin get it down to a 1-point game? And then if they get it down to a 1-point game, well, your prediction, Michael, of extra time could come true. So
Sean O'Brien dropped the shot.
Forward from O'Brien into lane. It's pulled on inside, and advantage being played from far out the field. Kevin Corrie spotted somebody's hand being pulled back. So Gerard Kelly is asking any chance you could, give us a free from where the ball landed. Kevin Huck is saying, I don't think so. So somebody's hand was pulled back, and this is not an easy one for Gerard Kelly.
No, he tried very hard earlier on. I think it was maybe close out. It was close out to nearly midfield. It's a different way, but he's just. I'd say he probably has the accuracy for this one. Well, he definitely feels he needs to get the accuracy.
So Gerard Kelly, he's not happy with it. He turned around the second he hit it, and before the umpire waved it wide. Well, it was clear.
That's a big let off for St. Joseph's Barefield now because they have the puck out. Will he go with a big bomb again?
I'd say he will. Aaron Landy is going well back behind the goal line.
Substitute on here for Corofin.
So the Corofin are taking off Evan Doolan.
Evan Doolan, yes.
And we'll see in a second who they're
17, is it?
I think it's Cian Doolan. Yeah, wearing 17. So Cian Doolan.
He definitely not the Cian Doolan from Crusheen anyway.
So he's got 17 on. Cian Doolan coming in there, corner forward. So who's going to win this? St. Joseph should have won it. It's Sinan Kirby, who's certainly been involved a lot since he's come in. Won it, but it was won back then by Conor Daly. He's blocked, and now Kirby has it again. He loses it again, and they're kind of handing it over and back to each other a small bit there over the last 10 or 15 seconds. Whoever comes out with this could be important. Ian Williams goes to ground, definitely fouled, but this is.
But I'd say he might have tried to get the free as opposed to be fouled.
Maybe he tried too hard to get the free.
And here's Williams again now.
Has it again.
Great ball to Conroy if it gets into his hands. He's clear.
Yes, he can. And Conroy takes by far the best option. There might have been a goal on because Paddy O'Donovan was running inside him. But I think, Michael, it was definitely...
But that was 30 seconds of pure championship relegation hurling. Forget your tactics. You just want to win the bloody game and get out of this relegation final. So now Barefield are 3 points up and we're in the last 2 minutes of normal time.
So 2 minutes left in terms of normal time. I will probably have about 2 or 3 minutes. I wouldn't say it should be beyond probably 3 minutes of injury time, but still that leaves 5 minutes. So you'd imagine Corofin will be trying to maybe work. Well,
they're going to have to work the goals. They'll have to work a point and probably chase for a goal because I don't think they're going to score 3 points.
Probably not. Yeah, 3 points. So 20 points to 140.
Long range free coming by Garrod Cahill. Dropped it short.
So it's all about where it drops here, and it drops into the hand of a St. Joseph's man. That's brilliant defending there from Keane Barron.
Yeah.
And I'd say Keane Barron mightn't have spent too much time back in front of the full back line.
I'd say to get a taxi back there.
But he was there when it counted that time.
High balling by Cahill.
So Conor Lean is inside and a few more inside. Let's see. It breaks. It's on.
Diarmuid Cahill.
For Diarmuid Cahill. Gives it back to Kirby. Has a shot.
Oh,
what a save.
Great save. He saw it the last minute because
brilliant from Landy.
Kirby hit it well. It was a bounce along the ground 9 times for Tindra Quinn. But I don't know, Landy did he see it coming? But he got his hurley to it and it's out for 65.
Let's see, Garrod Kelly, would he decide to put... Oh, hits the post. So everything going against Corofin at this stage. St. Joseph's hanging on to it, but losing possession. And Sinan Kirby is there again. Breaks now for... is it Conor Lean? He goes to ground, not 100% sure who that is now, but it's going to be 65. It wasn't Conor Lean, it was Killian O'Connor. So basically everyone has been...
And Dara Ball has gone off the field now.
And Dara Ball, it has to be said, has had...
Sinan Crosby is on for Dara Ball.
Dara Ball. So let's see now.
30 seconds into injury time.
Garrod Kelly
went
for the point, but... Senior status.
Absolutely, yes. They're going now into the second minute of injury time. Corofin have put honourable pressure on St. Joseph O'Bear for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Nothing's come out of it. Great goal effort there by Sinan Kirby. It probably was the defining moment of this relegation final. The last gap save by Aaron Landy. He'll remember for that for a long time. Now he's standing. He could easily drive this wide from where he stands with the power he has.
Or he could drive it over the bar, but I think it's going to drop short. And it's
great catch,
picked out of the sky by the Corofin defender, and the full back has it now.
Not clear here.
Good ball forward from O'Loughlin to find a man. Shane O'Brien in space is good work. St. Joseph's will probably say, listen, will we foul him here? Liam Corbett is out as well now. Corbett was showing for that, gets it in as far as Lean out near the touchline. St. Joseph's will probably foul him out there. You would imagine that would be what would be going through their head, but they don't need to, because they won it back to the St. Joseph's man on the ground. I think he's got cramp, and from a huge distance St. Joseph's hit that, and it's over the bar. Absolutely brilliant score.
Sinan Crosby,
and he's just on. Sinan Crosby, magnificent.
4 points up, 2.5 minutes spent of injury time. Killian O'Connor gives the ball.
Corofin are fighting on their back. Killian McGrory now looks up.
Corofin need 2 scores now.
Gets it in. goal on here. It has to be a goal, surely.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Diarmuid Cahill buries it. And now, Michael, it's a 1 point game.
It's a one game. We mentioned 15 minutes ago. 2 minutes 45 played of injury time in the second half. We didn't see what it's going to be. A brave man to call the full-time whistle here. So he'll probably let one more puck out go and see how the dice roll.
So is the referee looking at 3 minutes of injury time, which is up, or 4? Probably looking at 4 because the play is still continuing. Now St. Joseph's go out over the sideline, and it's a line ball. I thought it was a line ball to Corofin, I have to say, but
he went down his head. To be fair to him, no, he went down. He turned over his head, and that was Paddy Donovan. So
is he giving a free or a line ball?
I'm not quite sure because the Corofin weren't happy.
If it's a line ball, I think it's a Corofin line ball.
Yeah.
If it's a free, well, maybe it is a free to St. Joseph's, in fairness. So if the referee has given a free, I didn't see him giving a free, to be honest. I think he is giving a line ball. And
this is some drama.
It is.
And it's going. If Barefield get over the line, they'll really be thanking Aaron Landy. Even though we mentioned it when they were 4 points up, we said that Corofin needed 2 goals or 2 scores, but they got the big score. Now, is there another Barefield sub being prepared?
So Barefield are taking off Conor Daly, and when the line ball is taken,
24 is going on for St. Joseph Doora Barefield.
And
Mark O'Connor, which would be his son of James's.
So David Conroy now
is he's gone for it.
And it's picked out of the sky by Corbett.
Maybe not the wise.
This is the opportunity now. Gerald Kelly's free here. If he can pop it to him, Kelly has it from halfway.
Oh, he should have brought it in further.
A break here now for the Corofin man, the number 13, the corner forward.
No.
And he puts it wide. Diarmuid Cahill. And that was a great opportunity.
Gerard Kelly should have brought the ball further. He was played a great ball. He had a shot on, not Gerard Cahill or not Diarmuid Cahill.
5 minutes gone. And that's it. St. Joseph's Doora Barefield retain their status. There'll be a senior hurling team in 2026. Corofin have been relegated. Incredible drama here in Tulla. It's finished. St. Joseph's 21 points. Corofin.
And we had great free taking on both sides. No one can say that any free taking caused the game. There was great hurling displays by players, but it really came down to, we didn't know that Diarmuid Cahill was going. It came down to the goal shot that Sinan Kirby had, that Aaron Landy put out, that saved St. Joseph Doora Barefield for the year.
Well,
and they're celebrating it like it was county championship win.
Absolutely, it's and you wouldn't blame them. They've retained their status for next year. Corofin, understandably, absolutely devastated. Corofin did have that opportunity, Michael, and you would back Diarmuid Cahill 9 times out of 10.
I felt the time with the ball that Jerry Kelly should have brought the ball further. It was probably his shot. Now he was trying to do it well, and the ball got to Diarmuid. I thought it was Jerry's shot, but it's all the one now. Diarmuid took a shot, he was just wide, but again, it'll be difficult for Corofin, but they've a lot of capable players. Again, population-wise, issue players going away, immigration, who knows who's going to be with you next year. But Barefield and far happier place. They know they have a heap of minor players coming through. Corofin have been good in another 21 of minor last half decade, so they have enough. They have enough to keep going. But the Premier Intermediate is a trap of a competition. There's no easy game out there. You think that you're going to pop up again after being senior. It doesn't work that way. But today's day is Barefield's.
And just before we finish up, for now, Michael, I mean, on the small things in which games like this turn, if Corofin had got the equaliser, as well as he played in the second half, and he was brilliant, St. Joseph's might be wondering, David Conroy with the line ball, why didn't he kill it?
Well, it's very interesting you said that, because at the time that he went to take it, you could hear a man, we know his voice very well here, tell him to put it into the, we mentioned as Michael Fyde was telling him to put it into the corner and scrap it, but Dave, because he's such a good hurler, he said, I'll have a pop at it.
Kevin Keane went down on it initially. It broke to the Corofin. Number 12, Garrod Kelly. And an absolutely magnificent, a better one for St. Joseph. Paddy Donovan puts over this free from the 65. Strikes it very, very well. Superb strike. There's a goal opportunity on here if you can get free, but it was a great block down. So Garrod Kelly standing over this. Hits it with conviction. Corofin inside forward, Shane O'Brien. Landy's clearance, so not the best, and it is hit back straight over the bar. It looks good stuff there from Micheál Duffy to hold on under pressure, hit with the shoulder, and a shot from a huge distance out. And here, a ruck developing now in front of Liam Corbin. Corofin goal mouth, just giving it his full concentration. Strikes it well, and fine distance or accuracy in that one, hit it straight to a Corofin man, and it's made a very good start to this game. He's taken on the Corofin inside line, referee played advantage, and it was a great as we head into the 17th minute. So
which Jerry Kelly going through now.
Garrod Kelly bursting forwards, taking on St. Joseph's, goes to ground, wins the free. Very influential thus far. For a second there I thought
he'd worked for him that time. He dropped it to no 65.
So finds the inside forward inside. That's brilliant hurling inside from Thomas O'Connor, and that's the situation with Stream Sport. Clare GA's streaming moment. Jim Cahill eventually will win it now to quite an acute angle for Cahill, but an absolutely
he's got the power in him behind him.
Okay. Definitely has the distance. Does he have the accuracy?
Swallowed up again by Corofin. 1-on-1 inside.
1-on-1 inside. Corofin man has it. He's being held up. Has to be a free in. Yes, it is.
Forwards and two in the full forward line. And he's gone for a point.
Shane O'Brien picks it up. O'Brien gives it back as far as Garrod Kelly. And Garrod Kelly from exactly.
They're sharing 10 wise now. The ball here to Garrod Cahill.
Cahill.
And I think he's got it.
100%. What a strike. And full execution plays into this game the last 15-16 minutes. And Paddy O'Donovan, he's put over a 5 from 3. Kelly hits it from halfway, and opportunity, and a well executed opportunity for David Conroy. Everything great ball given to Conroy. Conroy couldn't control it initially, did control it the second time. Third point of the second half, turning a 2-point half-time deficit into a 1-point lead the first half. And gives it back now to Paddy O'Donovan. O'Donovan hits that from halfway, and it's a ball, lovely ball forward. He's such an excellent passer of a ball into Nash. Nash knows that it's on, has the shot. I think it's going to be a 1-point game, and that is confirmed. A whole lot in it. St. Joseph's now have it with Keane Barn. Keane Barn hits it, emerge, wins this free. They're beginning to emerge with a crucial ball as David Conroy hits it from a massive distance.
Not all things might be going for him, but he's really hitting hard.
That was brilliant for Darren McMahon. But Corofin have won it back. Oregon has it. A lot of space here now for Sinan Kirby. Sinan Kirby, there's two St. Joseph's men in front of him. Pop shot to lead. Has to be. It is. It has to be said from Kirby. So calm. And he found Lean, and Lean just couldn't miss. St. Joseph's, did they overcarry? No, says the referee. Keane Barton strikes it. Let's see. The umpire is going for a white flag. Strikes it well, strikes it cleanly. And
great ball to Conroy if it gets into his hand. He's clear. He can.
And Conroy takes by far the best offsides, and a few more inside. Let's see. It breaks. It's on.
Diarmuid Cahill.
For Diarmuid Cahill, gives it back to
Sinead
Kirby.
Kirby.
That's a shot!
Oh,
Water! Because they won it back to St. Joseph's man on the ground. I think he's got cramp. And from a huge distance, St. Joseph's hit that.
2.5 minutes played of injury time. Killian O'Connor gives the ball.
Corofin are fighting on their back. Killian McGrory now looks up.
Corofin need 2 scores now.
Gets it in. Goal on here. Has to be a goal, surely.
Oh.
Yes, it is. And it's a line ball. I thought it was a line ball to... A break here now for the Corofin man, the number 13, the corner forward.
No.
And he puts it wide.
No.
Diarmuid Cahill